Well, that was pretty interesting. I didn't get the stopwatch started quite when I was supposed to, so I'm going to call it 3:45, 3:50. The other ones, it's within 10 seconds one way or the other of the other ones, really. So it tells me with this stove, there's really no advantage to a wide pot because the flame on this stove isn't real wide. It makes very little difference. About the same as the titanium and the beer can. But if you use it with the Elite stove, which has a wide flame ring, I think it would be better because the smaller pots can't utilize that bigger ring and it goes right up by, and this one can. But all the way around, not a lot of difference. I'm going to weigh this beer pot and just see what it weighs just to give us some reference with the other ones. Turn the camera off, dump this hot water out, and start it back up. Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. I just finished building my 10 Elites and brought them all up here, and one at a time, filled them with alcohol, lit them, waited for them to blossom, put a pot on them, and did a burn test to make sure they all burned correctly, got all the moisture out of them. So, now that that's done, and I put them in stock, I went on the computer and stocked them in the store. So when I made this video right now, there was 10 in the store. Don't know how long it'll last. Probably not long. Seemed to be a really hot item. So, for my next trick, somebody asked me to do a boil test with the billy pot that I carry in my pack. So, to make it as simple as possible, I'm going to do one boil test without the lid using a SS remote and my M2 and the same pot stand, recreate the heat exactly as it was in the other videos, so I don't have to do one then do the other. We know that the other one was 3:35 for one pot and 4 minutes for another, so we'll do that and see where the billy pot comes in. It'll be interesting to see whether a really shallow, wide billy pot really does make any difference or not. I think it does, but I may get fooled. Get the right equipment on here. Yeah, I may get fooled. I think it's going to boil water a lot faster, but this whole boil test thing has been a bit of an eye-opener. I've been fooled a couple of times already. But this M2 with a remote on it, that's a good way to go because it always gives the same heat every time. Even if you turn it off and turn it back on again, different days, everything, it's the same heat. Now, if I get the water at 70 degrees, I don't turn the stopwatch on until 70 degrees. Should be, within reason, should be the same thing. I'm not going to take it down to 1 or 2% or something, but it should give us a good idea. So I'll let that burn a little while and stabilize because it's a little flooded right now. Put my remote right where it was last time. I'll go get the billy pot. We'll turn the camera back on, see what we got. Okay, I'm going to have to hold this probe in the pot, and I'm going to have to start this stopwatch again once it gets to 70. There we go. Okay, we're started. There we go. Okay, 342 without the lid on. And then it drops back down. Depends on where I have it on the pot. I think if I lift it up, I'm off the bottom now. I'm going to call it 345. I've got it off the bottom now. You can see I've got it off the bottom. And it's still registering 214. Which I guess depends on where you are at sea level. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to call it 245. Well, that was pretty interesting. I think it was I didn't get the stopwatch started quite when I was supposed to, so I'm going to call it 345, 350. The other ones, it's within 10 seconds one way or the other of the other ones really. So it tells me with this stove, there's really no advantage to a wide pot because the flame on this stove isn't real wide. It makes very little difference. About the same as the titanium and the beer can. But if you use it with the Elite stove, which has a wide flame ring, I think it would be better because the smaller pots can't utilize that bigger ring and it goes right up by, and this one can. But all the way around, not a lot of difference. I'm going to weigh this beer pot and just see what it weighs just to give us some reference with the other ones. Okay, I get this pot dried out, the billy pot, and it weighs 1.46, weighs about 1.5 ounces, and this Foster's pot with the wrap on it weighs, and it's got a really heavy wrap on it, 2 3/4. I got a Heineken pot here just with a couple wraps of duct tape on it, and it weighs 1.26, so it roughly weighs, you know, about what the other ones weigh. It's lighter than some of them and heavier than other ones, so all the way around, it's pretty much in there. I think the only advantage to this is if you're using a stove with a big flame, it's a lot better. But using a small stove like this, no advantage. That was kind of an education. I thought it probably would do better, but it doesn't. It depends evidently on the size of the flame ring, and this would work pretty well probably with the Elite, which has a wide flame ring. So I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, have a really great day. Bye-bye.